Year pre-show. Yes, this the first episode officially. No, well, we are gonna talk about some football and sports talk, but you know how it is. About to bring in my co-host. He he's on his way. Doing my little thing, ones and twos here, and he should be on his way now. Lots to talk about. Ooh, talking about our Star Weekend. Well, not all of it because I didn't watch the Rising Star game. I did not watch the Celebrity game. Um, but the rest of the weekend we gonna talk about sports talk. We got some things to talk about, especially having three fights in 9 seconds. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. And then we're gonna give our takes. Tonight starts the second half of the second half of the NBA season. This is where whoever is in the lead needs to try to hold on to it because teams do get hot around this time. So, uh, and I think for the first time, I am live on TikTok. I think so. I might have to watch my mouth this episode. I don't know. I tell my partner that too. 'Cause you can't say certain words on TikTok. Well, we can try to keep it PG, but listen, this is sports talk. If I get in trouble, I just get in trouble. Um, and what I'm doing right now, just making sure everybody know I'm not on my personal page, but I am going to share it on my personal page. So, first things first, always we want to make sure the followers on here on Facebook know that we on. That's what's up. Hopefully he got the link. He should be on his way. We got 2.5 minutes before we start. But other than that, what's been going on with y'all? Again, I'm just taking care of some business. That's all. Taking care of some business. All right. Give me 1 second. Allah certainly will do that, sir. Like I said, sports talk, NBA All-Star Weekend, second half of the NBA season is beginning tonight. Tonight. So, I don't really have a basketball team. I'm a basketball player kind of fan. Like I was a Jordan fan. I was a Iverson fan, Kobe fan. I do cheer for LeBron, Durant. We definitely got to talk about Durant too. But we are definitely talking about some football news. That's rumors that's getting passed around. Is it true? How you feel about it? Also, top. I must say top. Top free agents. Yeah. So sit back, relax, and we want to start this damn thing. All right. Let's fucking go.
The lights, camera, action, it's game day. We're diving into stories here, what did they say? Enforcer's got the mic, and he's ready to play. Football dreams we're here to convey. From the training camps to the big night glow, discussing stats, making the passion flow. Every single tackle, every touchdown goal. In this podcast world, we steal the show. Self-made, yeah, we own the field. Echoes of the crowd, every win's revealed. Football's the battle, it's more than a game. Join us on this ride, let's ignite the flame. Draft day dreams, players rise and fall. Every underdog story, we're giving the call. Strategies and highlights, we'll break down it all. With Enforcer on the beat, we're having the ball. So grab your headphones, let's kick it right. Together we'll unravel the Friday night hype. With laughter and insights, we're taking flight. On the Self-Made Podcast, the future is bright. Talking football all year, that's our creed. With every episode, together we lead. Self-Made Podcast, planted like a seed. In the world of the game, we'll always succeed. Self-made, yeah, we own the field. Echoes of the crowd, every win's revealed. Football's the battle, it's more than a game. Join us on this ride, let's ignite the flame. Self-made, yeah, we own the field. Echoes of the crowd, every win's revealed. Football's the battle, it's more than a game. Join us on this ride, let's ignite the flame. Draft day, dread, we own the field. Echoes of the crowd, every win's revealed. Football's the battle, it's more than a game. Join us on this ride, let's ignite the flame. Join the Self-Made Podcast, the future is bright. With Enforcer on the beat, we're having a ball. Draft day dreams, players rise and fall. Every underdog story, we're giving the call. Strategies and highlights, we'll break down it all. With Enforcer on the beat, we're having a ball. So grab your headphones, let's kick it right. Together we'll unravel the Friday night hype. With laughter and insights, we're taking flight. On the Self-Made Podcast, the future is bright. Talking football, all year that's our creed. With every episode, together we lead. Self-Made Podcast, planted like a seed. In the world of the game, we'll always succeed. Join us.
As always, you see that link. Go buy some merch. I got some crazy shirts, got some podcast shirts. He's here. He's here. Fresh out of surgery, by the way. Tough motherfucker. What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
Man, I'm hurting, but I'm cool, man.
He's hurting and he's here because we about to talk some real shit this week.
Hey, it's business, baby.
It's business. So, all right, this is up to you. Sports news or All-Star Weekend?
We could do, well, All-Star probably go faster. I still don't understand how people watch that nonsense.
Bro, yeah, let's get this out the way. So we're gonna go with All-Star Weekend, which is it's not that much to talk. Like I said, I ain't watched the Rising Star game or the Celebrity game. But I did hear about the skills.
It's worse than flag football,
bro. That's like the Pro Bowl, but they try to change the format to a pickup game.
They need to give them something to play for. They need to give them more incentive. That way they'll play harder. Because it's just ridiculous watching that thing. Like back in the day, they used to want to win that thing bad.
I would say like one thing I could say baseball got like the winner of the All-Star game has home field advantage the World Series.
They play
way like that. Maybe I don't know. Some kind of pride into it. It gotta be something, man.
Well, like, don't even want to be there.
LeBron. So this is the big talk about that. LeBron, like an hour before the game started, said, "I'm not playing."
He did my man dirty because the kid Powell from the Clippers would have made it if he would have did that as an alternate, and that he never got to play because he announced it so late.
I thought there's a lot of people was like that. He was being selfish and all that stuff. Like he ain't the only one being selfish now. Come on,
LeBron is the face of the league. He can do what he wants.
Pretty much, the dude in his 40s still busting y'all asses. So
He can do whatever he wants.
Right. So we got right here the skill. I guess this was the skill competition. The team calf won. I don't know what was the skill. What you know? What was the skill part of this shit?
No clue. I
No
saw
clue.
Philly games. So I
Ah,
don't know.
so let's just get this out the way. Uh, well, this one I actually am surprised that he won. Dane Little was looking for a three-peat, but just like Kansas City, he did not get that three-peat. So
Yep.
we
Three
got
P
a new
come
three-point
by
leader.
3P hard to come by these days.
Well, it is until we get to the dunk contest.
Oh yeah, homeboy just different.
Bro, this dude he remade Blake Griffin dunk over the car over a Kia, by the way. Then he did this fucking move.
But
I think the one that he actually got the 50, another 50 on. He
I don't
jumped over dude,
I don't think Blake
tapped the rim.
I don't think Blake did the whole car though. I think he did like the hood. I don't think he did the roof. I
I think that's what why his is more talked about because he
yeah,
did it over the roof.
didn't do the roof. He did the hood.
Right. Like this dude, I don't know. I see he got the Magic jersey, but I know he ain't starting for the Magic.
Nah, I don't even think bro, you don't hear this kid's name any other time except for the dunk contest.
Exactly. And I mean, do what you want, do what you gotta do to make a name for yourself. You're a 3-time dunk contest winner. I don't know how much they pay you to do that shit, how much winnings you get, but he did his thing. So shout out to him.
One.
Done. I mean, so what led to this though is John Morant went on social media and said, "Nah, we gotta get into the dunking contest. Like, I need some star power on this dunking contest. I didn't know who the fuck was on the dunking contest except for him."
Yeah, like the dunk contest has become a joke, and it's some names out there. Morant, that kid, what's his name? Green. I think it's the guy Green from Houston. Think he be dunking it on people.
That
This
works. Put
dude's
Edwards in there.
just yamming it on people, but they don't get into the contest.
I blame LeBron.
Yeah, that one
I
year
don't.
after he lied and said he was gonna do it and never did it.
I never listen. One thing I don't do is do the LeBron hating, but this one thing I gotta blame LeBron. Like, dude, if you
Because
wasn't gonna dunk
before,
contest, everybody would have followed through.
yeah.
But he said no. So, oh well.
Superstars don't get into it no more.
Nah, it seems like they don't like the All-Star game either, but they try to find some way. So they did a little four team tournament, first to 40. First was Chuck's Global Stars against Kenny's Young Stars. I I don't know. I don't know, bro. You got anything to say about this game? Did you
Man,
even watch it?
they trying their best to get people to watch it, but this ain't the way. Next year, I think TNT lost their rights to NBA, so now I think ESPN picked up their rights.
NBC too.
Yeah, so it's over for them.
If
I don't know
NBC does it,
how they lose their rights though. That's crazy. All that money they was making.
I don't know, but the numbers they are making don't match the views that they get.
They did some Rough Rider shit and forgot to renew their trademark. I remember we did that one year.
Oh, you bring back some old memories. But yeah, Chuck team won 41-32. They got this big motherfucker. Of course, they should have won. But like I said, I didn't really watch it. I'm just giving y'all the news. Anybody watch it, tell me something.
Yeah.
Then we had Shaq OGs against Kansas Rising Stars. I said that was no contest anyway. Period.
Shaq's OGs won the whole thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, look who he had on his man. He had shooters. Pretty much, he had pretty much the champions of all champions on his team. Yeah, they won 42-35. Then the finals, which Shaq and Chuck talked their shit. You know, they was gonna talk their shit. And you had Shaq team won the whole thing. Steph Curry was the MVP. And I think
Pulling up from half court.
that's all he man. He come on, man. You know he does that shit.
He cold blooded.
He does that shit and then turn around. Look, it don't look. He made. It don't look and shit.
He cold.
What else they got here? Yeah, it's the MVP. Yeah, we just breezed through our star because we got to talk about this sports news.
Man, we got a lot to talk about.
Brother, first thing,
USA is gonna whoop their ass.
I want you to read that closely. Most fights in an NHL game this season was 3 for the first half of the season.
They did
There
that.
was 3.
Game. Bro, they went out there just to fight. They didn't go out there to play. They went out there intentionally just to scrap off the back.
Bro, it was like soon as they put the puck down, dudes took off their gloves and started fighting, right?
Yep.
I had to now. Nobody will talk about why they fighting. Some of you Canadian fans out there was booing the national anthem.
Mm-hmm.
Those boys take that shit. But I forgot the dude name. I don't know all the hockey players' name, but dude
Two of them was brothers. So as soon as one brother started, the other one was going. He's going in no matter what.
It was like that movie with the I forgot the name of the movie, but they was the Chiefs and they had all the brothers in it. All they do is fight.
Yep.
That's what they did. 3 fights in 9 seconds, and then took your heart.
Smoked them 3-1.
3-1. And they got a rematch.
They got a rematch all for the championship. I think US gonna try to do them bad.
Well, listen. If they got them shook, they got the game already. The mind game's already put. They beat y'all ass in 9 seconds. So shout out to them. But this got more coverage than the All-Star game.
Yep.
And this is why come on, bro. Me and you old school, like you just said earlier. They used to have pride. Like, listen, the West Conference is better than the East Conference. But the East Conference, blah, 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 they used to come hard. I think like I said, the best basketball All-Star game was around 2009, maybe 8. The East, when they used to wear their own uniforms.
That's about the last time that it's been competitive.
Right. So you got these motherfuckers going in, not just representing their selves, they representing the country, their flag, and they going in hard. Y'all gotta do better, NBA. I'll find something, go back old school, or put something on the line or something, because that shit ain't working. Hockey.
Didn't they try I don't know if they tried it or they was trying it. They was thinking about trying it. I know they was talking about doing like a U.S. versus international, like the regular U.S. players that we got now and the international players that are in the game now, like Luka and Wemby and all of them on one team, and then the U.S. on one team, and go and play a game like that. I don't know if they ever did it, but I know they was talking about it one year.
They did it for the rookies. I remember that. But Giannis did bring that up. Giannis said, "Yo,
Giannis, Jokic, Giannis, the Luka, that would be a squad."
Oh, you got Canadians, you got Europeans. Do we still got any Chinese players? Who knows?
Oh.
But they need to do something.
I think that would go.
They need basketball and football need to do something with their All-Star games. They need to do better.
I think that would actually increase their international revenue in terms of people watching it. That's not from this country. You see the NFL trying to play in everybody's country alive.
I think they should bring back the World League.
Yeah, that will. But you know they got the Olympics, so they trying to push that the hardest.
Well, football in the Olympics?
But it's no. Well, they actually are. They're about to do flag football for the Olympics.
I watched that shit.
They're about to do flag football for the Olympics.
My man said NBA straight trash and soft straight up.
I think it's starting the next Olympics is gonna start, and they said it's gonna be in LA.
Oh, nice. I'll definitely watch
Yeah,
that. Uh,
that shit. But
next thing on this sports talk. This is your question right here. Kevin Durant can't win a
man,
championship without the Warriors, and he's such a great scorer. Why you think this, bro?
I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. I despise this nigga as a person. I absolutely despise Kevin Durant. And my reason is because I'm a Knicks fan, and he has just gone hard at the Knicks for absolutely no reason for
Right.
years. Every time somebody asks him a question about him, he goes off. Like, bruh, get over whatever Nick took your shorty, get over it. Let that go, bro. You need counseling or something, because he be going stupid crazy when they ask him about the Knicks. He get petty and start going stupid. But guess what? Knicks are better than the Suns. How
Oh,
about that?
we definitely gonna talk about that in the second half of the season, especially.
But that's the thing. He's such an idiot. I'm not letting my ego get involved when it comes to my
Mhm.
legacy. If he would have stayed with Golden State, I think they'd have won every ring up until now.
Wow.
They'd have just dominated the NBA for however long he decided to stay. Because before Clay got hurt, who was stopping that lineup? Like, anybody could go off on any night. Who was going to
And
stop you?
the bad thing, like when people don't remember, they went 73-9. They lost in the finals, and they said, "Oh, we gotta do better." Like, what the fuck? All you gotta do is finish the damn. They gotta do better. So they went and got this dude. This dude, after he blew his damn lead in the series.
Well, I didn't respect the way he went there after he couldn't beat them. But if you there, stay now. I mean, it's over. You're already there. Stay there. Get it done. Because he's proven that he can't win on his own. He's proven he can't win with other stars. He's proven that that's the only place he could win. You've gone to Brooklyn, had Kyrie and a few other players, couldn't do nothing there. You got Harden, you got Kyrie, got everybody you could think of. You tried to form the Avengers, lost, couldn't do nothing. You went to Phoenix. You in Phoenix. You got Bradley Beal. You got Booker in his prime. You got all these players. Can't do nothing. Can't bear getting swept in the playoffs by the young boy that look up to you. Then before that, you had Harden in his prime when he was a young star. You had Westbrook in his prime as a young star. You had, what was the big man name at the time?
I know you're talking about too.
He was balling too. He was one of the top big men at the league at the time. You've had squads around you and ain't pulled it off. Then you went to Golden State and you wasn't the main guy there. It was Curry's team all the way. I like that. You thought that you was the best player in the league and you should be regarded as the team's new number one option. And you wasn't, because somebody was already in that role before you got there.
And in fact, like you just said, that was Curry's team, where Curry pretty much gave you the keys to the car, especially in the finals. Because you won the MVPs, but Curry could have won those MVPs easily too.
Curry let you do it so he can stroke your ego. He wanted you to feel like part of the team.
Family.
That's what a good captain does. He made you feel like you was part of the team. You started being a bozo and wanted you left because of an ego and ain't won nothing since.
See, the thing, I wouldn't say ego, I say hurt feelings. Because I'll gladly put this picture for you. That's that bro right there, Mr. Green, who don't give a fuck about my feelings. Hurt your feelings, and
he was talking about leaving before Draymond started.
That's probably what started it.
Draymond started talking crazy to him because he started talking about leaving. That's the only reason Draymond started. If he didn't start that, Draymond wouldn't have been on his ass. But if I'm Draymond, I'm doing the same thing. Like, yo, bro, we over here just won a championship and you talking about leaving? Like, what's wrong with you?
You try to build a dynasty that people could talk about, and you want to leave.
It would have been it would have been unstoppable for years.
Yep. Yeah. But
Would have been unstoppable for years. Nobody could have did nothing with them.
before we get to the next one,
No,
I got this is the question. It's because do you see Durant winning the championship before he retires? Another championship?
no, not unless he becomes a mercenary and starts going to teams that you know is right there. Like if he go to OKC right now and they don't have to give up a bunch of pieces. Yeah, if he moves on as a free agent and goes to a team that I wouldn't want him, but if he went to the Knicks, that would put them over Boston and Cleveland. If he went to Cleveland or Boston, like if he went to a squad that's already there and don't really need him, but he just puts them way over the top, sure, he could win a ring. Like LeBron, I thought LeBron should have left and probably went to the Knicks or somebody that's close, right? Maybe even Cleveland. That's close right now since they traded away AD and got Luka. That lets LeBron know it's not his team
Oh yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
That even tell him about it lets you know that that's not his team anymore. So they're planning for life without you.
My boy asked, you might don't know who we talking about, but I'll give you the logo. He said, "Oh, I got a question. Who's the MJF?" He said, "Who's the MJF for the NBA?" So if y'all not hip to wrestling,
Say that.
he said, he got a question. Who's the MJF of the NBA? And that means who's the most hated. What's going on? He'll be back. He said, "Who's the most hated guy in the NBA right now?" I think every Knicks fan might agree with me as far as the most hated guy in the NBA. What's my man from Atlanta? Oh God! See, this is I need his help. There you go. He's back.
Got kicked out. What was your question?
He said, "Who's the most hated guy in the NBA right now?"
Hated right now?
Yeah. What is going on with your signal, man?
She stopped calling.
Oh, someone calling you? So he's on his phone. Let's go to the next person. Next. So I think we are officially about to talk about baseball. This year, diehard Yankee fan. I got some good brothers that are Mets fans. I do know somebody that's a Houston Astro fan, so we not gonna be friends for a while.
I'd have to say it's Draymond.
Draymond?
I'd have to say Draymond's probably the most hated.
What's my man from Atlanta? You're a Knicks fan, so you know who I'm talking about.
Trae Young?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the only people that hate Trae Young are the Knicks.
That's good enough.
Nobody else care about Trae Young whack ass.
That's good enough for me. Every time I see that dude, he's doing something bullshit. So we got baseball season coming up. The defending champions, LA Dodgers. Yes, that hurts me to say.
It's about to be on and popping.
Who you? So, and I know it's too early to say this, but do the Dodgers got a chance to repeat?
The Dodgers are going to repeat. It's not that they have a chance. The only way the Dodgers don't repeat is if their pitching staff gets hurt. Ooh. That's the only way they don't repeat is if they get injured. That fucking squad, and then they just added a Cy Young winner. They just added a kid out of Japan, another kid out of Japan. So now I think Ohtani is eligible to pitch this year.
Oh my God.
Bro, how do you stop this? Now the only team, the one team that I would say is gonna be close and on their ass, pause, is my Mets.
See, now this is the beauty thing. I'm a Yankee fan. He's a Met fan, right? And they beat they beat both of us.
They
So,
beat both of them.
we both of us. The Mets made some major moves and re-signed
Bro,
Pete.
Soto,
My wife is a Met
you
fan.
got Soto, you re-signed Pete, you got Soto, you got Vientos that was balling, you got Acuna's little brother that balled out whenever he got to play. We're getting back all our healthy players, and we still our owner likes spending money.
Oh,
He
yeah.
don't care. He just
That's
trying
good.
to he want to win. So, and I don't think they done yet. I think at the deadline they're gonna go grab some more pitchers. Whoever the best pitcher is, I think they're gonna grab them at the deadline. I don't think they're done yet.
That's good
But
though. It's been a long time since the Mets spend money like this.
it's the owner, bro. It is the owner. We haven't had an owner that wanted to spend no money in a long
You know why
time.
though? You know why? That damn Bobby Bonilla shit. That's why.
Yeah, that too. But Cohen is a problem. Cohen, I like Cohen a lot as an owner.
All right. So we got Mem in the building. He said Ben Simmons the most hated guy. Yeah.
I don't think anybody hates him. I think they just disappointed at how trash he was and how teams like this, like Boston took who did Boston Boston let the Celtics get Tatum instead of grabbing Tatum, they took Simmons. Could you imagine if they had Tatum and Embiid all these years?
All right. That'd been a dangerous combination.
I'd have hated that as a Knicks fan.
My bro said the Dodgers are now the 90s Yankees. Yeah. Yeah.
They are. And it's so retarded because why aren't other teams manipulating the cap like they are? Nobody's stopping you from doing it. Like they're putting money off for 10 years. Nobody's stopping y'all. I thought we was gonna do it with Soto.
Hey, y'all not even done.
I thought
y'all still got room at the. People don't understand. Like they see the big number, but they think he's getting all that in 1 year. He's not getting that. He's getting that in certain years. And like, yo, I'm a Yankee fan. I'm like, yo, I'm not mad because he only came with us like half a season, and he was a free agent.
Well, he wanted to play. He's stated that he wanted to play with Lindor since he was on Washington, because they're really close friends. He wanted to play with Lindor since Washington. So I knew if it came down to those two that he was going to pick the Mets because he wanted to play with
they won
him.
a championship together in Washington. So
yeah,
he knows what he get over there. No disrespect to the Yankees. Like, yo, y'all made some moves too, but that don't shoot you on the foot.
I like that Bregman pickup by the I like that Bregman pickup by whatchamacallit, the Bregman pickup by the Red Sox. Think that's gonna put them in a way better situation too.
It's gonna be an interesting year in baseball. Spring training I think starts soon. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, probably like a week. I think like a week.
Everybody they're starting to report the training camp. Pitchers and catchers already did. The rest of the team gonna be later this week or next week. So interesting.
Are there any big free agents that's still out there that haven't signed yet? I can't think any. I know Alonso and Bregman was the top two that was still out there that needed to be signed, but I think certain teams are just gonna. It's gonna be who stays the healthiest. Like if the Dodgers got players that be getting hurt, so if they can stay healthy, they're gonna be unstoppable.
They got depth in their farm system though. Like
that's
the Dodgers.
But that's what I'm liking about the Mets right now. Like we didn't have to build this team. We didn't have to give up our farm system, and we got some monsters down there that's ready to come up.
In front of.
I just need them to find a place for Acuna Jr. This kid is special. He's like his brother.
Mets, Yankees, Dodgers, Houston, and I think Washington. No, I'm sorry. The Phillies and Washington are the top farm systems in the major leagues right now. So,
and whatchamacallit is gonna be on the move, and I think he's either going to us or y'all.
Who that be?
Who's my boy from the Blue Jays?
Uh,
Vlad Jr.
whew.
Vlad Jr. is either coming to us or
Come,
y'all.
come, come to New York. It don't matter which one. It make my house a happy home. So, next. Top free agents. Where do the top free agents land? And brother, before you even start, I got some of the list right here. Number 1 is T. Higgins for the Bengals. Did he stay with the Bengals or he going elsewhere? Oh, he left. He got to come back because I got some more. These are the. I'm gonna give you probably the top 10, and then if he come back and he wants, we go to top 20. So top 10 free agents right now: T. Higgins, Trey Smith from the Chiefs, that's the guard, Sam Darnold, Chris Godwin, Zach Brewer from the Eagles, who just won the Super Bowl. Khalil Mack is still getting it done. He's a top free agent edge player for the Chargers. Nick Bolton for the Chiefs. Byron Murphy Jr. from the Vikings. Josh Sweat, who just won the Super Bowl, who swear he should have been MVP. And Cornelius Ward. I hope I said that shit right. I hope. Well, a 49er fan can help me out with here.
So I'm sorry about that, man. Everybody checking on me because I just got out the hospital.
That's cool, brother. That's cool. We understand. But I just named the top 10. You want to go top 20, or you want to talk these top 10 guys?
What are we doing? Free agents?
Yeah. Most of them from the Super Bowl teams, which is crazy.
I got time. Let's do top 20.
All right, top 20. So I already said top 10. I'm gonna say it again for you. T. Higgins, Trey Smith from the Chiefs, Sam Darnold, Chris Godwin from the Bucks.
You want to do them one by one? T. Higgins is chasing the money. T. Higgins is going to the Patriots.
Really? Wow.
Patriots need a number 1. If I'm he's going to the Patriots. Patriots are going to go the hardest for him in the off season.
Will he be a perfect fit?
Fit is something different. These players don't care about fit; they care about the money. He's either going to the Patriots or he's going to the Commanders. I'd rather him go to the Commanders because it's just going to be dope watching him over there with an actual phenom at quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's going to either the Patriots or Commanders in terms of who got the most money to spend to pull him in and who needs him.
It's going to hurt me, but it's going to hurt me as a Giant fan, but he's like he will fit in Washington.
Two teams on rookie deals with quarterbacks on rookie deals. I could definitely see him going to Washington unless Washington is planning on drafting somebody to go across from McLaurin. I could definitely see him going to Washington or the Patriots. I don't think the Patriots want to draft the receiver. I think they want to go out and get somebody proven because they haven't done good at drafting anyone.
Yeah,
in years.
Yeah, that set them back a little. We have a guard from Kansas City, Trey Smith.
I see. Kansas City's a funny team. They're really good at drafting, so a lot of times they won't bring back a guy that's going to cost them a lot of money, even though he played great. So he's. I mean, the Bears have a few dollars. They need an interior offensive line real bad, so he would be my top choice for them. It's a bunch of teams. Shit, the damn Niners need a guard.
So this is a good one. Sam Darnold, after the performance he had this season, do you gamble?
I think if I'm a team, I can't see all these experts keep saying dumb shit like, "Oh, bring him back and sit McCarthy because you know what you got with Sam Darnold." the problem with that is McCarthy beat out Sam Darnold in training camp before he got hurt. So it's not that they don't know what they got in McCarthy. They've seen McCarthy outplay Sam Darnold with the same
Right.
players. So I'm not sure exactly what else. Well, that's just these experts talking. Oh, bring Sam back. Bring Sam back. Sam didn't do anything that McCarthy can't do. And McCarthy's younger, better,
And
and
I'm about to
cheaper.
say, so if you bring him back and you bring Sam back and McCartney's still out doing coming back from an injury.
Well, you know they're not bringing Sam back because why would you trade for Daniel Jones? You want Daniel Jones there as a veteran backup just in case something happens to
I totally
McCarthy,
forgot.
not in case something happens
I
to
totally
Sam.
forgot Daniel Jones is there. Right. Right.
You know, they're not bringing in a starting quarterback to back him up because they think they're going to have three quarterbacks on the roster.
Right. Right.
That's not what they're doing. It's definitely going to be McCarthy as long as he doesn't have any setbacks. Sam Darnold, if Stafford leaves, I could definitely see Sam Darnold
Rams?
going to the
Mm.
Rams. Can't see him going to the
Nah,
Jets.
not going back there.
Um,
Might be a different atmosphere from when he was there last time, but yeah,
he ain't going
yeah.
back there. Um, the Raiders could be in play
Damn, that's right.
because if you think about it, the Raiders is probably just tired of hoping. You know what I mean? In poker, we call it a hope I hit. I I think they just hoping they hit
Mhm.
something, and they tired of trying. They tired of hoping they hit something,
Right. Number 4.
and that's the thing.
Number 4, Chris Godwin.
Godwin's staying with the Bucks. They're already working on
Okay.
the deal.
All right.
I think he's going to give them a team friendly deal because he's coming off an injury.
That's right. He did get injured a minute. Let's get this one. Khalil Mack, Edge.
I'm hearing the Niners. Let me rephrase that. I'm not hearing the Niners are going after him. I'm hearing the Niners should go after him and put him on the other side of Bosa. But I think they're going to make a mistake and go after the other Bosa and play him with his
Oh,
brother because he's about to get cut, but he's always hurt. So I don't see why you would do that. Khalil Mack isn't always hurt, and he was productive for the first half of last year. So I would definitely bring Khalil Mack in, but Khalil Mack might end up staying where he's at.
I'm,
You know what I mean? Might bring him back on a 1 year deal. He's not gonna wherever he goes, he's not gonna get a long term
no.
deal. He's gonna get something short term because of his
Dude's
age.
34 years old. Well, he's turning
But
he's
think
turning
about
34, but
it,
he has 6
he's
sacks.
not gonna cost a lot. He's not gonna cost a lot. He'll get you double digit sacks. We already got Bosa and Floyd. I'd bring him in as a third pass rusher. Bring Floyd off the bench, and then you got that. You just got a consistent pass rush all game.
Like that. Okay, here go another name. Josh Sweat from the Eagles.
Josh Sweat, I could see him going. I could see him going a few places. I could see him going to the Bears as another pass rusher
Was
over
he with the
there.
Bears at one
I
time?
could see him going. Now the other Josh, there's another Josh Sweat that is with the Bears that came from
Okay.
Washington. I could see him going. I could see him going to
Oof.
Washington because they need another pass rush. Um, I could see him going to the Jets because the Jets need a pass rusher. Vegas. It's a bunch of places he can go because everybody needs pass rushers.
All right. Another name for you. What's his name? Najee Harris.
I don't know because he ain't really do shit in the last couple years.
Well, he did. I mean, it's 17 games. You better get 1,000 yards. But
But that's not
right,
impressive
right,
no more. Especially with the extra game.
right.
Um, I don't know where Najee's gonna end up. It's gonna be a team that likes to run the ball, but I think he'll end up being a backup somewhere. I don't think he's gonna be the guy. I could see him on a team like Tennessee, maybe even the Cowboys if they decide they want to actually bring in somebody that can run the ball.
Man, that
Um, But if you put him behind a good offensive line, I think he can do numbers. They just don't have a passing attack that you got to worry about. So it's easy to stop the run when you play them.
One from one still to another. Russell Wilson, his name's in that list.
Right now, the only place I could really see him going is Vegas. If he's gonna go, but I don't remember him and Pete Carroll being on good terms when he was on his way out. I think Pete Carroll was the reason he got pushed out the door.
I thought it was
So
free agency.
that's the only reason. Nah, Pete. No, he remember he got traded for a bunch of
Oh
picks.
damn!
He got traded for picks and players.
Oh,
Pete got him up out of there.
hey, and if that rumor is true that he be a Raider,
I don't see it happening, but that's what they've been talking about. Russell, maybe I don't know. See, a lot of these teams ain't sold on this quarterback class. So after the first 2 or 3 go, I don't think they're really sold on everybody else. Even though I am, I don't think that the teams are. Because right now it's looking like it might be only maybe 3, possibly 4 that go in the first round, and only 2 of them gonna go in the first 10.
Yeah, we know what 2 that is.
3. Yeah, they don't even know where they're going.
Exactly. 3 more names, and we gonna get to the next one. So the next name is DJ Reed. Now you brought him up.
DJ Reed's coming to San Fran. First of all, he's following Saleh, and he fits what we need to do in terms of that defense. And he's the only reason they're not bringing back Charvarius Ward.
I saw his name on this list.
Yeah, and Charvarius Ward played great for us for years. So I'm not I don't want to see him go, but in terms of being a higher rated cornerback, Reed is higher rated for 1. And for 2, we drafted him.
Wait, y'all drafted Reed?
He was a late round pick for us. We kept him around for a year or so. He never really broke into the starting role. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was hurt his first year. And then we released him in the offseason. He went to Seattle, balled out in Seattle. For some reason, Seattle didn't sign him long term. Then he went to the Jets and played great for the Jets.
Right. So now he's a free agent, and you say he might be coming back to the 49ers.
Ain't no Mike said that's the Niners' number one signing is gonna be him.
You heard it here first. Another name, Aaron Rodgers.
And remember this name, a linebacker named Sherwood from the Jets also.
Sherwood.
Niners are gonna grab him too.
Ooh, they just gonna take all the defense, like you just said, they'll follow.
We gotta rebuild it. They were soft last year. They trying to get back to that dominant defense because that's how we play. We're not a finesse team. We're a defensive bully team.
And I remember there was teams. So
Aaron Rodgers begged the Jets to stay because he knows nobody wants him. I think if Tennessee doesn't take a quarterback in round 1, they're going to probably sign Aaron Rodgers. Or they're going to sign Aaron Rodgers and move back so they can get more draft capital for next year. But if they're not sold on Cam Ward or they're not sold on Shador, I think they move back and let somebody else jump into that number 1 spot and get who they want, which will probably be the Raiders at that point.
My thing is this. Aaron Rodgers is he's 41. He's 41 years old.
He needs to retire.
Yeah. Like who's gonna take a chance on a 41-year-old quarterback to come in and supposedly change their franchise around? It didn't work in New York.
Yeah, like who? The only teams that I could see him fitting on and actually having a good year would be teams that don't need him. He would fit on the 49ers because we run the same offense that he's been in most of his career. He would fit in Green Bay, but UAC, they wanted him out of there. He would fit. He would fit in Miami, but they just paid Tua. Like the systems that he would fit in don't
Mm.
need him.
Well,
So what team? What team actually brings him in? He ain't gonna come to us and be a backup.
yeah, because
Like what team? What team would bring him in? What team needs him? Like when the Jets brought him in, they were desperate. They thought that they was one piece away, kind of like what Denver did with Russell. Like all these teams that think they one piece away ain't never one piece away.
no, and then their whole future is worse than where it was before that so-called one piece away.
Exactly.
Last one. Stephon Diggs.
I could see him with the Giants.
Really?
I could see him. I could see him with the Patriots. I think Diggs is gonna go to whatever team accepts him at this point in his career. I don't think he's gonna be as picky. I think he's gonna campaign to go to the Cowboys so he can play with his brother, since they do need wide receiver help. But when have the Cowboys ever made the smart move?
Their moves are smoke and mirrors. Let's put it like that. So that's those are top few. There's more top few free agents.
I could see them signing somebody like what's the little Lockett? I could see them signing somebody like
Who, the
Lockett.
Cowboys?
Who, yeah, I could see them signing a guy like Lockett who's a free agent and ain't gonna require a whole lot of money, but he can be somewhat serviceable. But he's not gonna change the game for you.
He's
I could see
slot.
them
I
making
see
one.
him as a slot receiver. Don't worry, we already know what's going on. We're gonna go off this one. This is the question. I know we just 1 week, almost 2 weeks after the Super Bowl. Is this the start of an Eagles dynasty? And if so, because they got a lot of free agents, who should they bring back? Now, I just read that Mr. Sweat, who swear he should have been MVP. As my partner said, he is possibly going to the Bears, maybe.
Amari Cooper is somebody I could see the Cowboys re-signing, but Jerry's mad at him because he didn't get the COVID test.
Wait, who?
Amari Cooper, he's a free agent this year. I could see the Cowboys going after somebody like him because when he was there, that was Dak's best. That was the best Dak ever played.
Why they got rid of him in the first place again? The COVID?
Yeah, Jerry Jones wanted everybody to get the COVID vaccine and he refused. Traded him for a 5th-round pick.
Damn. That's disrespectful.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns for a 5th-round pick. That's rude.
No, he ain't coming back to the Cowboys. So here's the question right here. Next topic is this the start of the Eagles dynasty? If so, who should they bring back? Because they got a lot of free agents.
You gotta think about football for a second. Football is a game of luck in some aspects, and when I say luck, you're lucky if your team stays healthy the whole season and you don't have any major injuries to major players. The Eagles was fortunate this year. They didn't have any of those major injuries to major players where it lasted the
I'm going. He go come back and finish it. There he is. There he is. All right. So you said he said his luck. So he back. They got. I think Graham is retiring as a 2-time Super Bowl champion. We talked about Sweat already. Then they got some offensive linemen. Then they got some offensive linemen that's on the free agent list.
The Eagles, the good thing about the Eagles, they don't have any major pieces that they're gonna be missing. Like none of their stars are free agents.
Mm-hmm.
It's just key role players. that are free agents, like that linebacker Bond. I would bring him back, but I'm not giving him no max deal or nothing like that because you got to remember he played great in this system, but he was a special teamer that they got off the Saints practice squad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he wasn't out there balling and tearing it up and doing nothing crazy.
So, what do you think? Do you if they keep these key players, is this as everybody think that they might could make a dynasty? Not saying they gonna win like back to back, but they could like say
My, my
three
answer,
out, two
no.
out, three out, four.
My answer is no, and the only reason I say no, I'm saying no for this year. I don't know about next. I'm saying no for this up and coming season. And
Mm-hmm.
the reason I'm saying no for this up and coming season, number one, you're gonna have the hardest schedule in the NFL
Oh yeah.
because the number one team always gets the hardest schedule. Two, you got to stay healthy. Three, you just lost your offensive coordinator. So now you got to give Jalen Hurts another offensive coordinator. He's never had the same offensive coordinator twice.
Ain't that
Every year he's had a different coordinator. So now you got to give him a whole new coordinator all over again.
mm,
Like that stuff catches up to you. And a lot of teams don't go to the Super Bowl back to back.
it's very hard. The Chiefs will tell you how hard. Chiefs, Patriots
Yeah,
tell
they
you
don't
how
go
hard
to
it is,
the Super Bowl back to back. It's not that easy. Do they
especially
have
in the
the
age of
talent? Do they have the talent to do it? Yes.
yeah.
They definitely have the talent to do it, but then you got to look at. I mean, right now it looks like the landscape. If you look at the last few, if you look at the last few years, it's been the Eagles, the Niners, and the Rams representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially this
So
past decade, you could say within this decade, yeah.
exactly, because you got the Lions who are so-called knocking on the door. Both just lost both their coordinators. Um, you got who else has been knocking on the door? The Vikings looked real cute this year until it was time to really play for something.
They ran out of gas. I'll
They
say they ran
talked,
out of gas.
they talked all that shit about the Packers coming into the season, how they was gonna be amazing, they was gonna be this juggernaut. They didn't do shit. The NFC is just top heavy.
So when we say this like this, you gotta actually put your 49ers is also one of those because I think they was in the Super Bowl twice.
Yeah, they was in twice the last 5 years.
The Rams, Eagles. So for them to get back, like one help, gotta stay
Then
healthy.
you
Gotta
also
stay
gotta
healthy.
add Washington into the mix. Like it's not gonna be as easy as it was.
Oh no. With
If
the
you look, and then if you look at their schedule this year, most of the teams they beat had bad records. So it wasn't a hard road. It wasn't a hard road to get there, but they did beat some quality teams. They beat the Ravens. They
cool.
smacked the Ravens. It was some good teams that they beat. So I'm not knocking their season. They did their thing this season.
I mean, they beat the teams that was in the playoffs. They beat the Packers twice, right?
Uh,
They beat the Rams. They beat
But think about it. They had the no offense. They had the Giants twice. They had a banged up Cowboys team twice. That's four automatic wins. They had the Jaguars. They had that whole division. That's pretty much 3 to 4 wins. Like they had a real
yeah.
book schedule. The Bengals, when
Then they faced the Steelers too.
Eagles and Steelers. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not saying it's not possible, but like you just said, they got probably gonna have the hardest schedule.
You
The
got the hard
competition,
schedule. You got a new coordinator. You got to learn a whole new system. Like,
yeah,
it's just not that easy to repeat, and then you lose players every time. Like, all right, you take away Josh Sweat's 2.5 sacks from the Super Bowl. You know,
Take a lot. We definitely gonna see what happens next.
I just hate that they talking this dynasty shit after.
Yeah, I mean that's why me and you talked about it, and we was like, man, it's kind of early to say dynasty
Yeah,
because
but I think they're basing it off of the fact that they've been twice in the last 3 years.
I I would have basically like we said like they got they still gonna have their key players from last year.
Yeah,
Like their free agent list is not probably not going to affect what they had this
no,
year. But
they can
again,
draft replacements for everybody they about to lose.
exactly. So, but now let's talk to a team that actually is a dynasty. Can the Chiefs bounce back,
Because
or
what
is this it's over?
they've gone to the Super Bowl, what, 5 out of the last 7 or some shit like that.
I'm just gonna say they haven't. The only Super Bowl they haven't went to was the Rams against the Bengals, and then they could have went that year if the
Yeah,
Bengals didn't beat them. So, but they did lose two, one with the Bucks and one with the Eagles, almost the same way. Pressure, pressure, pressure. But is this the end? Because let's talk about this past season with the Chiefs.
you could never say it's the end with them as long as they got Mahomes and Reed.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm about to say. This was not the way they won this year was not what we used to seeing them. It was not like dominating. Probably except for one game was dominating, which was the Christmas game against the Steelers. Everything else was one score game or some mishap here and there. They and finally caught up with them in Super
They
Bowl.
was getting lucky, but remember after they lost to the Bucks, they went and fixed what was wrong, which was their O line. They was getting steamrolled, and then they came back the next year stronger. So I expect that from them entirely, that they're gonna go and fix what's wrong.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So they still got a lot of core pieces, but they got some free agents. They got a bunch of free agents too, and they got some good free agents coming up. So
And two of them is in their line.
yeah,
So we'll see. But I don't think it's over because they still the kings of the AFC to me. They still
I don't think it's over by far until somebody in the AFC can show me that they can dominate these boys. They're gonna keep doing what they've been doing.
Yep. That's how I see it. That's exactly how I see it. Let's go with the next one. Rumorville.
I think
One for me, one for you.
I think Stafford is gone.
You think he's coming? Do you think he comes to the Giants? Because that's the talk.
The only reason I think the Giants situation is possible is because the Giants owner, the Giants GM, and the Giants coach have to do something to keep their job.
Mm.
If they don't do something, and I don't think drafting a rookie quarterback, even though I think both these quarterbacks are talented, I don't think in their mind that's good enough because you don't know what you're gonna get out of a rookie.
So here's my question though. If they do bring Stafford, let's say not just Stafford, let's say they fucking bring Russell. Let's put that in there. It's because there's a couple of veteran quarterbacks that are free agents. They bring them in. Do they still draft a rookie quarterback?
I would draft one and sit him for a year, or let him sit until I feel like he's ready.
See, they don't do. Remember, we talked about that. They don't do that no more. Like they draft the quarterback and they want him to do this shit right now. Everybody's not a Jaden Daniel, and had that.
But if they drafted somebody in the first round, they're gonna be expected to be Jaden Daniels,
Right.
or my boy out of Houston, CJ Stroud. They're gonna be expected to be that now.
This is the thing when I say let history. This is why I say let history kind of repeat itself. If y'all do that, the reason why I say that because Eli. Everybody remember Eli did not start his rookie season to week 9.
Yeah,
he sat behind Kurt Warner.
Patrick Mahomes sat behind Alex
Smith, and these people got developed. I'm feeling more confident at my man that's in Atlanta right now, Penix.
Oh, Penix,
right? Because he sat half the season. He started looking comfortable when he started playing that Washington game. They lost.
I'm
He
not
looked
gonna
good.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I think that was a dumbass decision. Um, Paying Kirk Cousins and then drafting him because number one, I think he would have been there at 8 no matter what.
how
That's number
many how many years did they sign Kirk?
4. 4 years, 180 million guaranteed.
That motherfucker robbed them.
It's not even that. First of all, he's 38, coming off an injury, season-ending injury, about to turn 39 before the season start. That's number one. Number two, older quarterbacks don't normally come back that fast, and with most injuries, it takes you a year to get back to what you were.
Mm-hmm.
That's another person we got to talk about where his dumb ass is going because it sounds like he out of Atlanta. Um,
Yeah,
but
y'all pay him that money. He just go, especially if Penix outplay him. This training camp preseason.
Penix only downfall to Penix is he got hurt in college a bunch of times.
Yeah, with Indiana.
Good thing about him, the kid can make every throw. He can scramble. He can bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, unless he's playing against Michigan, of course. But other than that, you know I mean, the kid can ball, and he's a way better prospect and a cheaper prospect than Kirk Cousins. Could you imagine how much further along Atlanta would be if they drafted Penix and never gave Kirk that 180 and spent that on the offensive line or spent that on the defense or something else that would have helped them? They would have won that division.
They would have been in the playoffs instead of playing to get in the playoffs with some help. They would have been in the playoffs. Not just listen. It looked good. It looked good the first half of the season last year, but we all know with Kirk Cousins, he's gonna run out of gas soon. And when he run out of gas, that means your team run out of gas. And that's what happened. That's what happened. He was throwing more interceptions than Eli. So what that tell you? Well, I got one for you though. I got one for you. But, all right, we got the giant rumor, but this is the one. Oh shit! What happened? Oh, okay, I'm back. This what happened. Let's talk about contract. What are we looking at?
Honestly, I don't think all of these dumbass reporters keep talking about this contract like they know what Purdy is asking for and all of this shit. Honestly, I think Purdy's going to take a team-friendly deal for this first contract, and then they're going to tell him, yo, the next one will make you the highest paid quarterback and all of that, but this one, we're going to give you between 40 and 50 million. And he's going to be excited and take it because remember, he hasn't made $1 million in none of his contract and none of his years in the league. So you going from making 900,000 to 40 or 50 million, he's going to be happy with that.
I'm going to say this: you take what they give you for the first time, because one, no one didn't think you was going to make it this far. You was Mr. Irrelevant.
They the only ones that took the
right.
chance
You was
on
Mr.
you.
Irrelevant. So you came out of nowhere. Then you proved yourself in a full season. Took your team to the Super Bowl. Even when your weapons was not there, you still showed up. He had a good season.
He still threw for almost 40,000, almost 4,000 yards.
He had a good season.
So he didn't have a horrible season. He just didn't. He wasn't on the MVP run that he was on the year before. So now you're gonna judge him off of that MVP run every time he plays.
I mean, think about it. He had his whole running back depth chart. His number one.
He was playing
his number one and two receiver was hurt most of the season.
We ended this season playing a fifth string running back that only plays special teams.
Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop that. And the defense was hurting. So horrible. Stop that. But I think, yeah, like you just said, he didn't he was still on a rookie contract, Mr. Irrelevant contract, and they didn't give him no raise. So he should be making at least between 30 and 40, depending on how many years they give him.
I think 30 and 40 is disrespectful. I think you got to give him 40 to 50. And the reason I say that is because, for one, you ain't paying him less than Daniel Jones. For two, and I don't care where he was drafted at, you ain't paying him less than Daniel Jones. For two, you got Tua, Love, Herbert, all making over 50, and none of them beat him. He beat everyone. He beat everyone. I don't think he's played Herbert, but he beat Love in the playoffs. He beat Goff in the playoffs. Goff is making, I think, about the same, about 50. He beat Goff in the playoffs. He beat Love in the playoffs. He beat Tua.
I think he did beat Goff.
Like he beat Tua. His first game. His first game as he wasn't even a starter. He came off the bench and smoked the Miami
he
Dolphins.
beat Tom Brady.
That was his coming.
He beat Tom Brady.
He had Tom Brady asking, "Who the fuck is this kid, and why is he out here carving up our defense?"
First rookie
like
to ever beat Tom Brady. Just remember that line.
So I think he's earned a respectable contract. I just don't think that the team should fuck up their entire cap space, making him trying to make him the highest paid player in the league. I think he would respect the game and not ask to be the highest paid quarterback in the league. I don't think that's what he's looking for.
Like you said, out of respect, like, dude, you know, you are probably one of the big pieces of our team that keeps the glue together. But I think he wants to win there. He got a bitter taste in his mouth. Cause that picture right there, that's the Super Bowl picture.
It's a team that believes in him, and it's a system that works for him. So the players in this offensive system are interchangeable. Like, you can put a new player in this system and get the same success. Look what they did with running back. You lost McCaffrey, put Mason in. He was the number 2 running back in the league behind Derrick Henry. He gets hurt. You put Garindo in. He gets 100 and something yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, the system is a great system for offensive players to be in.
Which is not I remember years ago that used to be a disrespect thing to say to run, especially a running back. But it's not. It's proven. It's proven, especially this past season. All 5 of your running backs that got to start gained over 100 yards. Every single one. Even so it's proven. But for Purdy, yeah, I think he's gonna be a team player. And then
I think so.
once he got that contract, he gonna prove to them later on down the road.
Well, I think once he takes less money, they'll still be able to put a really good team around him, which is gonna help him prove that he's a really good quarterback.
Do you think he need to add any more weapons, or they just need to be fucking healthy?
I think. All right, this is the way I look at it. Right, when the Niners had. I hate the whole conversation about the only way he can play is if he got all these stars around him, because Jalen Hurts wasn't shit before A.J. Brown got there. The Patriots was good without Randy Moss, but they went to another level when they got Moss. Like, you're always trying to improve your team. We already had a top 5 running game in the NFL when we went and traded for McCaffrey. We didn't need McCaffrey, but he took the team to another level once you did. So you always looking to upgrade. Like Debo is one of the toughest players out there when he's healthy and on the field. He blocks, he gets the extra yards when you get the ball in his hands. But if I'm talking pure receiver, I would take T. Higgins over Debo any day of the week.
Yeah.
Because Higgins, Higgins is a volume receiver. Debo's the guy you're going to probably get the ball in his hands maybe 5 or 6 times in a game. Your number 1 receiver should be getting at least 10 targets a game. Me personally, I would love to get Devontae Adams because he's not going to cost as much as one like a T. Higgins, but he's going to give you that same production. He can get off the line. He can get open. He runs amazing routes. He can be a deep threat. He can do everything you need, and he wants to play in Cali.
Definitely. Yeah, we did. We talked about that. Yeah, you want to go back to Cali.
Yeah, I would definitely shoot for somebody like him.
All right, we want to take this. We want to take this shit home, bro. We want to take this shit home because we was talking about a little earlier, but it starts tonight, baby. The second half of the season. We're about to separate all the fakes out here. East Coast, talk to us. This is how it looks right now.
The top 3 is it. I don't think anybody else has a chance of beating them top 3.
But look at the play-in. Look at the play-in tournament. If it started today,
The Sixers are disgusting. I can't believe them.
that's you got a former MVP. How many games did Paul George play this season?
I don't know, but he's looked
He don't
bad.
look like PG.
There was one game where Embiid and Maxey was out, and he only had 2 points.
Oh my God!
I didn't know that was even possible.
Oh, cut the check. You done, bud.
Hey,
Oh yeah, that like you said earlier, the people worry more about getting paid than.
If the top 3 stay healthy, it's gonna be a nice battle watching them go
I'm. You know what the crazy thing I'm looking at how if this playoffs to start. Number 3 is the Knicks.
Yes, sir.
If the playoffs start, let's say how they do the playoff. They do the playoff the play-in tournament would be 7 against 10 and 8 against 9. The Magic's probably beat Chicago, which will lead them against the Knicks.
Knicks ain't worried about the Magic.
I'm looking for revenge, man. I'm looking for revenge because it reminded me of old school last year. I need the Knicks to play the Pacers again in the playoffs.
I want the Pacers too because they was talking big shit.
I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, man. I am NBA or NBC old, all right? And when you used to watch the Knicks in the playoffs, you had 2 games that was must-see TV. Knicks versus the Bulls, Knicks versus the Pacers. And last year, that shit gave me that vibe. Like, I was watching playoff basketball for that.
We was hurt and they was talking shit. Now what happens when we healthy? We gonna sweep your dumb ass.
Oh, and y'all got Big Cat?
We gonna sweep them.
But Cleveland's up number 1, the defending champ. Boston Celtics number 2, Knicks number 3, Pacers number 4, the Bucks barely number 5, the Pistons in the conversation.
Yeah, they surprised. They're surprised.
That's your surprise?
Yeah, they're surprising.
So why are you looking at this?
But this is the thing that's crazy though. The West has more better teams than the East in terms of teams that's nice and teams that can ball, but the East has more championship teams. And the reason I say that is because I don't see a team in the West that can beat the Cavs in a 7-game series. I don't see a team in the West that can beat the Celtics in a 7-game series, and I think the Knicks will give any team in the West a real run for their money.
But with the Cavs, Mitchell is on another level now. I mean,
that's why the Knicks.
I love Tony with the Jazz, but when he came to the Cavs, he's like he got a chip on his shoulder.
He wanted to play for the Knicks, and they didn't pull the trigger. I think they wanted like 7 first-round picks for him and R.J. Barrett. And R.J. Barrett, I'd have gave him every one of them picks in R.J. Barrett. Because imagine Brunson, Mitchell playing together. That would have been the meanest backcourt. Oh, man, that would have been disgusting.
And now you're looking at it like, damn.
Yeah, Mitchell's unstoppable. Now, I like Mikal Bridges, and I think he has potential to drop 40, but he just for some reason ain't been doing it in this offense.
The Knicks got a player. He's improving. I guess from last year. I was like I told you, I'm trying to catch up because I really was in and out with the first half of the season. But with this lineup right now, how it's looking right now, do you see anybody that's in that playing itself out the play-in tournament and in a guaranteed spot, or you think this is gonna be the same teams in the play-in tournament for the East?
Right now it looks like it's gonna be the same teams.
All right.
I can't unless the Sixers somehow get healthy.
Yeah, because I don't see Brooklyn doing anything.
Yeah, Brooklyn's doing a fire sale. They trying to get rid of everybody.
Which I don't blame them, but hey, you had a team. You had a damn like you called it earlier the Avengers team, and you kind of fucked that up. So, let's go to the West. In the West, though, like you just said, look, you said
That's what I'm saying. The West is loaded.
God damn.
Look at the West. The West is loaded. I think the Spurs can get into the play-in.
The Spurs.
Spurs can mess around and get into the
But
play-in.
whose spot you think they'll take?
The Kings.
Yeah, I'm seeing how. I know it's like probably what 1 or 2 games with Butler with the Warriors, but they got a little spring in their step all of a sudden.
Yeah.
The Mavs. I'm not losing confidence in them, but they gonna stay in that play-in.
But this is what I was telling you about the Mavs when we first talked about that trade. The only way it works is if everybody stay healthy, and we both know that was never going to happen.
No. Dude got injured in the third quarter of his debut. I'm talking about Anthony Davis.
And Kyrie got back problems.
And shit, he looked like in the fucking All-Star game. But then again, that's how that game was. Anybody in the West in the play you see getting out? Or you think that they're gonna stay right there? Except for the Kings.
Yeah, Grizzlies is sneaky good. Always gotta worry about whatchamacallit, the Nuggets. I think Houston is good, but they're young.
Yeah. Like the top three, for the East, the top 3 for the West. Like I am surprised I've seen the Grizzlies at number 2.
That Jackson kid, you got a healthy Ja Morant. I like it. That Bane's been balling.
Right. Like I'm proud of Ja Morant, first of all, because of all the shit he put himself through and he had to do all that shit. Now he's balling again. But OKC, number 1, I was a time it was undefeated for a minute.
Yeah, but they've been up and coming for the last 2 or 3 years. They've been that good. They just got to get over the hump in the playoffs.
And you see on 5 and 6, LA.
They need a big man. This is a big man league. You gotta have a big man these days.
Who, the Lakers?
Any team, and they don't have it.
I thought they went and got somebody.
No, who? Alex Len? Ain't nobody respecting Alex Len. They went and got that kid from the Hornets, but he failed his physical.
Oh Lord!
So he ended up getting sent back. But this is the thing. Look at those teams. OKC got 2 7-footers. The Grizzlies got Jackson Jr. Joker is on them. Houston got Singham. Clippers got what's his name? Zubiak. Like all these teams got the fucking Mavs got 3 big men, even though they all hurt. So if you look at Kings got Sabonis. Like the teams that are on the top, they got big men. The Lakers got the record they had because they had Anthony Davis and LeBron.
I hope that rumor that I saw was just a rumor or a joke. They was talking about bringing in Dwight Howard.
No, I didn't see that, but anything's possible. They desperate.
All right, let's get back in the screen because we are less than 5 minutes, so we got stats for y'all. We got stats for right now. This is again the league starts back play tonight. Big man.
He's gonna probably get defensive player of the year this time. He deserved it last year over Gobert, but they gave it to Gobert anyway.
What? Did he? Because he was a rookie last year. That's why.
I don't know why they did it, but he had more blocks than Gobert, so they should have gave it to him. He averaged more blocks per game.
Speaking of
Now it's
average,
now it's not even close.
3.8 per game, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
now
think he need to jump.
they don't have to.
I swear, I don't think he need to jump, man.
I just hope he stays healthy because guys his height usually have issues with their feet. So I hope he stays healthy. Because if
And
he
listen,
stays healthy, that's gonna be beautiful.
you in Texas, get some ribs, then
You
eat
need to
something, then work
bulk
out.
up a little bit.
All right, right. We have steals. Dyson Daniels from Atlanta, 149 steals. I'm pretty much like they don't have the one stat that I was looking for that they don't have is rebounds for some reason. But probably next episode I'll find out who's leading the league in rebounds. But this guy play, I don't know how he plays defense. I gotta look at him because I don't know if he get his steals off the pass lane or one-on-one defense.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, so he's averaging 3 steals a night or
That's
3 steals a
good.
game
On a bad team.
on a bad team. Like
That's pretty good.
pretty
Okay, so
good.
he got number one defense in the league.
Yo, I was looking. You know what picture I was looking for from this dude, right? You know he got a Rough Rider vest, right?
Nah, I know that.
Yeah, you do. I did that shit last year. Like, yo, who the fuck is this dude? But he's balling. He's balling right now. He's leading the league in total points and in average. And the fact that he's leading an average of 32.5 points per game. This main reason why they are top in the division in the conference.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you want
They balling.
And if, man, can you imagine if KD do come back to OKC with this?
That would be a problem. But remember, next year's his last year on his contract, so it's up to him if he's staying or not.
They probably don't even need his ass, but that's up to him. Of course, assists, another Richard Trey Young.
He always gonna lead in assists, him and Joker and Halliburton. Kate Cunningham is surprising though. And LeBron is usually up there in assists too.
He might be 6. He might be 6 or 7, knowing him. But this is what we got to deal with for the second half. The shit might not change, or someone might hit a hot streak and make some noise.
Think about it. The Knicks didn't go off till after the All-Star game last year, because that's when whatchamacallit got hurt. What's the boy we sent over to Anthony Edwards and them? Randall. Once Randall got hurt, that's when the Knicks took off and started balling. And that's when Brunson started going crazy. So it didn't really happen till after All-Star break. So I'm still giving them time to gel. Because remember, OG is out right now. So once OG comes back and they start figuring out everybody's role definitively, I think they're gonna take off a little bit.
Only time to tell. The Garden need to start rocking right now because playoffs. It's the road to playoffs.
Man, Boston been smoking us. I mean, smoking us. And it's crazy because the Cavs are beating us this year, and we was killing them last year. But I think that's because they got a new coach, and their new coach is pretty good. So, but yo, your boy, what's the boy that got fired from the Celtics for fucking one of the workers?
I forgot his name. Who you talking about though?
The dickhead nigga that cheated on Nia Long.
Oh, what's up with him? Ain't he with Houston?
He with Houston. That's what I'm saying. He might be the best coach in the league right now. Because think about it. You was killing it with Boston. You went to Houston. You can't name a superstar in Houston. Green in them is good, but you can't name one star on Houston, and they're the number 4 seed in the West. Not the East, in the West.
In the West.
He might be the best coach there is.
And shit, if they make a good run to playoffs,
I think he's the best coach in the league right now.
Yeah, there you go. Any final thoughts before we get out of here, bro?
Man, I can't wait till free agency starts in a couple of weeks. At least the legal tampering period. Let's
Oh,
get it's gonna be a lot of shit we didn't see coming. I think the Jags are gonna get rid of ETN. It's a bunch of players that's gonna be on the move that we didn't think was gonna be on the move, or we didn't know was even eligible to get cut and all that. Cause it's gonna be a lot of cap casualties.
before we got here, what position gonna be the most free agent transfer you think of right now?
Right now, it's looking like defensive end, but I think it's gonna really be receiver because there's so many of them.
I'm looking at I'm looking at the edge. And I'm looking at defensive backs.
Yeah, defensive backs is moving.
Defensive backs. So we'll be back next Wednesday.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. And you get better.
I'm on my way.
And I'll talk to y'all ass next week or during the week, really. But
You'll talk to me tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, brother.
It's always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
All right, my guy.
Deuces. Oh shit.